So today we've just finished a 2-day workshop with TrustQuay, where we've been talking about roadmap process and communicating their roadmap. In that, we've taken them on a journey, we've played with Lego, we've drawn some stuff, we've taught them some skills, and ultimately, hopefully, help them come up with some ideas on how to solve some of the problems in their process and their communication.
My name's Simon Witkiss. I'm Head of Product and Marketing at TrustQuay.
Myself, Praveen Evley, Senior Product Manager in TrustQuay.
I'm James. I'm a Development Manager at TrustQuay.
My name's Keziah Bryceland, and I'm a Product Marketer.
My name is Charlotte, and I'm Funds Product Manager at TrustQuay.
So over the 2-day workshop, we've sort of done a grand overview of road mapping procedure and everything we're currently doing, as well as a bit of a deeper dive into things we could improve, things we want to do differently, and maybe things that we wouldn't look to continue in the future.
Yeah, so we've had a great 2-day workshop with Justin and Phil. So day one, we were looking at our roadmap process, some of the things that we love about it, but some of the things not so great about it. Day two, we've been looking at some of the ways that we might gather evidence, gather data, show that, and actually communicate our roadmaps back out to the interested parties who want to see what is on our roadmaps.
So from today's perspective, I definitely enjoyed how we identify our customers, what are their needs versus what we are delivering or giving it to them, and where the gaps are. So that's quite interesting, and also putting some figures next to them, as in how our customers will look like, how they will think, and what their mindsets are going to be. So yes, that's quite interesting in today's session.
Everything we have practiced today will help us going forward. First of all, because we had these open discussions all together, and we had the opportunities of hearing what the others think, and take the brilliant ideas from everyone in the room.
A lot of people open up. So people come with different personalities, different experiences. What's important about this throughout that 2 days is we take them all on the same journey together. So they might come in with different experiences, different expectations, but going through this structured approach means that when they leave, they've all gone on that journey together and have the same outcomes.
Having that dedicated time where you're all in the room and everyone's voice gets heard, people are really loosened up and started to talk about, what they felt passionate about. And I don't think that happens in a sort of an hour's space. So it had some points where we really got some momentum going in the group.
So I think my main takeaways as a globally dispersed group, it's just really cool just to bring ourselves together, think about some of the things that we do on a daily basis, but actually lift ourselves out of that work for a few days and actually just think about what it is we do and how we would like to improve.
Main takeaway, again, as I said, the low-hanging fruit. So that's where definitely we have to see, as in, don't worry about what we have to do in long-term perspective. Worry about where we can quickly took some action and see the major impact or positive impact on what we do, and make it more vocal or make it more visible across the organization, as in what product team or product management team can do or deliver and do the best.
So it was a good opportunity for us to be together in the same room, brainstorm together, discuss these topics that we didn't really get the chance to discuss on a daily basis.
Dedicating some time for a workshop is really important. For many of these teams, especially with the pandemic and things, this is the rare time that they actually come together and actually see each other in this space. Being fully present and focused on what they're working on is important so that they can really start to explore those concepts and those ideas together. And sometimes they don't have the opportunity to do that in their regular day jobs. So dedicating that time really keeps them focused.
The workshop was a really good opportunity to get to know the product team and to also, understand more about the product roadmap process that we've got, which we kind of understand some of the problems in the process, but it was good to be talking about those and trying to sort of think about solutions.
So the benefit of having dedicated time in order to do this kind of workshopping session really is that so it's a lot easier to collaborate together when you're all in the same room, all focused on a singular topic, rather than it being an additional statement to something else. It also really lets you do a deep dive into everything you're doing, get everyone's input and opinions, and maybe figure out things that you might have missed or not thought of before.
So to me, product is a team sport. Product is something we do cross-functionally. We bring marketing, we bring design, we bring development, we bring everyone together. And that's how we successfully deliver products. So instead of product management sitting off on their own, doing their little thing in an ivory tower, as happens in some companies, bringing people together in a workshop to get that common reference, to go on a common journey and get a common perspective, to start from the same place, end the same place, and draw common conclusions and achieve alignment. That's really the power of workshops.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Because it is always not about thinking about me, because it is always one perspective then going into that particular thought process. Whereas having everyone sitting around the table and sitting and taking a step back from their day-to-day duty, it's completely give the different perspective coming from everyone, as in how they see the roadmap, what their perspective, what they want us to deliver, and the expectation. So it is quite interesting to listen to everyone's thought and how we can improve.
Guiding people through a workshop rather than maybe just giving them a training course is really beneficial, because it gets the best out of these people. So it's interactive. You're using different parts of their brain. They're using different communication styles and skills, and getting them really involved here. And instead of delivering a training course formula, you're reading the room, you're understanding the different elements from people, and you're guiding them through. It's really about guiding people to come to their own outcomes rather than telling them what the answers are.
So I think where the workshops really help is actually, it's just not there just to give us the answers, but actually posing the exercises in a way so that we kind of discover the problems, think about actually the solutions for ourselves, and come to a consensus around the group as to how we'd like to be better.
My favorite part of it was the drawing. I've discovered I've got a talent which was unknown. No, it was really interactive. Like the interaction of the session was really good.
As a facilitator, seeing that growth in people from when they first come in, they're apprehensive, they're a bit nervous, they don't know people that well. And sometimes that's the first time they've met in person. Doing these activities together is really bonding for them. And it helps to build those relationships. As they start to work through the activities and go through and use different tools and techniques, they tend to open up and bring more of themselves to it. And so we find through the medium of workshopping that these people are able to represent their points of view, learn things from each other, and really be able to come forwards with a different perspective than maybe they had when they first joined.
Main standout point, probably, yes, drawings. So I enjoyed the drawing. I enjoyed the Lego game yesterday, as in, again, showing the customer journey or our journey or thought process through those fingers and all those things. It's quite intuitive, I would say, as in, yeah, literally, you can clearly see emotions are flowing around when you're doing that storytelling through Lego games. Yeah, that was quite interesting. I never tried that before, but yeah, enjoyed.
We've got a room of smart people. They know the problem better than I know it. They know their context better than I know it. So our role is to draw out that knowledge, draw out that understanding, and help them to help themselves. Ultimately, to get them to their own answer. Yes, we can bring some anecdotes, some stories to enlighten them, to say, have you considered this? To kind of just steer, little nudges on that journey. But instead, we're taking them on that journey so they get there. Because if it's their own ideas, they'll buy into them far better. They'll implement them. They'll take them further, instead of me just telling them something that they should do.
So I think the great part about the workshop is that it was done in a fun way, done in an interactive way. You know, there were exercises, which mean we're actually going to remember what we went through over the last 2 days and got a better chance of actually turning it into action and conclusions.
So I think the highlight has been just the way the sessions are structured. There's a lot of interactivity, a lot of fun that goes into it, which really keeps you engaged the entire time.
One thing that I'd take away is like the visualization of data. Like it's not just an idea that other people do and looks great. Why not just take those ideas and apply them to what you're doing, it's just going to make everything better.
So I think the best standout moment for me was having different people from different aspects of the roadmap in the room. So obviously I'm product marketing, we've got product managers in here, we've also got someone from our development team in here. And the different perspectives just really get you thinking differently as to how you have before, thinking more along the lines of how they benefit from different aspects of the roadmap, and having instructors here to drive it and drive your thinking really, really helps towards that.
There are a lot of standout points and all related to the roadmap, because this was the subject of the session. But like, there are a lot of takeaways for us. What do we have to do? What actions can we take? How can we improve things? I would definitely recommend this type of sessions and the workshop we had today.
Yeah, I would absolutely recommend not just product managers, but sort of product owners, development people as well, because there's kind of a crossover between the two parts of an organization. So yeah, it's really helpful.
I'd absolutely recommend this to anyone who's interested in road mapping product as a whole.
Yes, absolutely. I would recommend to everyone who's, I would say, fully into product roadmap. So not only within TrustQuay, outside as well, come back in 6 months and see how much we've done or where are we, want to see and get the feedback, what we achieved in the last 6 months, and get your views on that. So that's quite, definitely looking forward to it again.
So the workshop as a whole, absolutely would recommend it to anyone looking to actually build better roadmaps, anyone in product management who is really looking to make sure that actually the roadmap is A, great in the first place, but B, is also cascaded and communicated to your stakeholders effectively.